Hello everyone, welcome back once again in my YouTube channel. So guys, in last video already I have covered all the important method what we have in our testing class, right? So guys, in this video I will explain some loophole of our immutability. So we know very well that our string object is immutable, right? So let's see few example I will explain in this video by which we can understand what is the what loophole in immutability. So guys, see, without any further delay, we'll explain this concept here. Okay, let's observe with our example here. So this is the first example what I'm going to explain. Please be concentrated. Guys, see, suppose if I'm going to create a string object and I'm going to perform some operation on this object. Guys, see, a string s1 equals to new string Java. I'm going to pass as a vectors. Okay. Yes. Okay. See, then I will perform some operation on this s1 object. So let's see, string s2 equals to what? s1 dot suppose two uppercase here. Suppose two uppercase, we have one method in string class, right? Two uppercase. Okay. This one guys, see, this is one operation, and second operation I'm going to perform. Suppose string s3 equals to s1 dot two lowercase here, two lower case. Okay, see, first I will create this object in our heap area or SCP area. First we will see where this object will create, in heap area or in SCP area. So guys, see, first I will show where this object will create. Guys, see, after writing this right operation, right, so s1 dot two uppercase, s1 dot two lowercase, right, we are going to perform these two operation. After I get, if I want to print, right, so what, s1 equal to s2 or s1 equal to s3, right, that thing we'll see after creating the object in respective heap area as well as SCP area. So this out, if I want to print s1 equal to s2, so what should be the output, right? And get this out s1 equal to s3. In both the case, what the result will print get, what the result will print, that thing get our main motto will understand, right? So let's see, first I will explain how and where this object is going to create get. Let's see, okay. So guys, this is our heap area and SCP area, right? This is our heap area and this is our SCP. Guys, please be concentrated. It's very easy, okay, if you will understood. Otherwise, it will become but complex. So guys, such type question the interviewer may ask in the interview room. Okay, so what should be the output for this? Okay, so guys, you should not confuse, and you need to give the answer very confidently if you will concentrate in this video guide. So you see, we have heap area and SCP area. Guy, you know very well, right? Suppose this line guy, suppose this string s1 equal to new string Java. So already I explained in couples of video, right? So whenever if you are going to create the object with the help of new keyword, so you will have two objects will create, right? So one object will create in our what? SCP for future purpose, right? Yes or no? Guys, see. 1 minute. Okay, this one object will create in our SCP and one object will create in our heap area, right guys? This thing you know very well, right? Guys, see, this is our Java, right? And guys, in heap area also will create one object, that is Java 1, right? Okay, but you know, so this heap area object will referenced by our S1, right? Guys, yes or no? I hope you understood this thing very well, right? This is our S1, right? So guys, this is the first part of our first line, right? Yes. Guys, see. Then second line, guys. This is our main thing here. So you need to more focus on that, right? So guys, see. In second line, what we are doing here. So S1 dot to uppercase. Guys, see. Now the main concept of string immutable concept. Second line, guys, S1 dot to uppercase. So we are going to what? Perform the operation on S1 object, that is existing object, right? Which in our heap area as well as SCP. Guys, can you confirm what do you mean by string immutable? What is immutable concept? So once we create any string object, guys, see, please be concentrated. Please more focus on this concept, guys. So what is a string immutability? So whenever if we create any string object, we are not allowed to change its content. Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? That is a string immutability concept. So whenever if we create an object, we are not allowed to change its content. Guys, this is first thing. Suppose in case if we are trying to change, its content, so with those changes, will create a new object. Yes or no, guys? So guys, you can see here. So S1 dot to uppercase. So this place we are trying to what? Change its content. Yes or no? Why? Because in existing object you can see S1, that is Java in lowercase, right? But if we are going to call to uppercase, that means definitely the content becomes changed. Yes or no? Content becomes changed. So guys, this is our what? Runtime operation, right? This is our runtime operation, right? So if you are trying to change its content on runtime, okay? So then what? One new object will create. Yes or no, guys? Then one for those changes, guys. Suppose if you are trying to change its content, right? So one new object will create, guys. Yes or no, guys? With that changes. So guys, so for that purpose, guys, we will have one object, right? It is new object, right? Okay, this is new object will create. Okay, that new object what? You know, Java. Okay, that is, you can see here, that is uppercase, S1 dot to uppercase. So new object is going to create, right? Okay, but this object is referred to S2. Yes or no, guys? Refer to S2. Okay, very simple, right? Okay, this will S2 only, right? Yes or no? As per string immutable concept, right? That is S2, right? Yes. So guys, see, this was our second line, right? This is our second line. Yes or no? This is our second line, correct? Second line, guy, correct? Guy, now third line you can see. So string S3 equal to S1 dot to lowercase. So guy, you can see On the runtime guy, we are going to change its content or not guy. S1 dot to lowercase, so S1 already in lowercase. If you're going to change in lowercase, so same content will be there. There no any change will be there in existing object. So whatever S1 you can see, same S1 will remains there guy. So guys, that's why you know one thing. So this object S3 also refer to same object. Yes or no guys? This S3 will refer to same object. Yes or no guys? Yes. Okay. This time this S3 will refer to same object. Correct? Yes. Guys, till now, do you have any doubt? It seems no guys. So what I have told you? What I have told you. So we have what? These three statement, right? So first statement is what? S1 dot to uppercase. So you can see we are going to change its content on runtime. That's why guys, this what will create one new object, that is Java, right? But guys, in third you can see string S3 equal to S1 dot to lowercase guys. This time we are not able to change content, right, for existing object. Whatever the S1 is there in lowercase, same S1 dot to lowercase, so same content will be there. If we are not allowed to change the content, right, that times it will refer to same object. That's why S3 also pointed to same object. Guys, you can see here. So sys out S1 equal to S2. Guys, you can see here. So S1 or S2 both are equal? No guys. So guys, that's why what? This time this will be false. Yes or no? This will be false guys. Yes or no? It will be false because S1, S2 both are different object, correct? But you can see S1, S3 both are what? Refer to same object. That's why it will be true. Okay. So guys, this response we can get once we will run the application. Guys, don't worry, this thing I will also execute in our IDE guys. So guys, this is program or example number first. This is example number first. Example number first. Correct? Example number first. Correct? Guys, see, now I am going to explain example number 2, by which you can also understood what the thing is happening. Okay? Example 2. Guys, see, please be concentrated. Please be concentrated. So guys, see example 2. We have one string literal guy. String S1 equals to Java. Okay. String S1 equal to Java. S1 equal to Java. Good guy. Then get string S2 equals to S1 dot to string. Okay. We are going to call one method, that is toString method. Correct? Yes. Then get I am going to perform that is string get. Okay, string. Okay, then string S3 equals to, also you can write get S1 dot to lowercase. Okay, to lowercase get any dot, it seems no. Right? Guy, then string dot, so string S4 equals to S1 dot to uppercase. Okay, to upper case. This method also we are going to call. Guys, tell me, still do you have any issue, any problem? No, because we are going to create the object in this way. And guys, and last, if I want to print, okay, so sys out s1 equal to s2, okay, and sys out what, s1 equal to s3, and sys out s1 equal to s4. Guys, tell me, do you have any doubt till now? No, because I am going to compare all the objects. Okay, so guys, you know what we need to do. First, we'll create all the objects in respective area. So which object will create in heap area, which object will create in our what, SCP area. Guys, see, if you are able to create the object in respective area, then you can compare very easily. Yes or no? Just like example first. Yes or no? Okay, the main thing is that you need to understand how you are going to create the object in respective area. What is the thumb rule? Yes or no? Guys. So guys, thumb rule is very simple. You need to understand what is string immutable concept. What is string immutable concept? So the string immutable concept is very simple, very easy if you understand properly. So guys, see, whenever if you create a string object, whenever guys, keep in mind, whenever if you create any string object, okay, so we are not allowed to change its content. Main thing, guys. So whenever if you create any string object, we people are not allowed to change its content. If we are trying to change its content, so guys, so with those changes, if we are trying to change its content, so with those changes a new object will created. Okay, for those changes a new object will created. That thing you need to check. Guys, see, now we'll check which object will create in our which place. Right, guys, see. Guys, see, so we know very well, right? So this is our heap area, right? And guys, this is our what, SCP area. So you see how many times I've explained same thing. So you should not have any confusion. If you have any confusion, then God knows. Okay, I can't do anything because I've repeated so many times, guys. See guys, concentrate here. So guys, first you can see already string s1 equal to Java. Guys, this is string literals. So literals will create the object in our SCP area. Yes or no, guys? So guys, directly we can create the object in our SCP area Java, right? Yes. Okay, that is our Java, right? Okay, object pointing to S1. So okay, directly we can point to S1. Yes or no? Any doubt? No, guys. Very simple. You can point to S1. Yes. Point to S1. Right? Good. Yes. We have done first. Guys, then second you can see string S2 equal to S1 dot to string. Guys, please be focused. Please give some special care here. Okay. So S1 dot to string. Guys, tell me. So S1 is already in a string. So a string to a string, guys. Already a string is there. If you want to convert a string, so guys, tell me, any content will change? Will change in the content anything? No, guys. So whatever a string is there, if you are going to convert to a string, so it will become a string only. Yes or no? It will become only a string only, right? Guys, yes or no? It will become a string only, guys. Correct? Guys, yes or no? So guys, 1 minute, 1 minute. Guys, so it becomes only a string only. So guys, that means we don't have any change in the content, right? There will be no any change in the content. That means s2 also pointing to same object. Yes or no, guys? So s2 also pointing to same object, guys. That means so that means s2 pointing to same object. Guys, please be concentrated. So s2 also pointing to same object with this line, because if you are going to perform in runtime operation, you can see any changes will there in content? No, because whatever the content is Java, right? So if you're going to also call toString method, same content will be there, guys. That's why we can point s2 to same object. Guys, see. Now we move to our third object, right? So guys, see. Please be concentrated. Guys, see. So guys, this time you can see string s3 equal to s1 dot to lowercase, s1 dot to lowercase. Guys, can you tell me, so when if we call s1 dot to lowercase, so first tell me what is s1. S1 is, guys, Java. So if we are going to convert Java to lowercase, so content will change or as it is, guys? Obviously, guys, the content will be as it is, because Java itself in a lowercase. Even if you're going to change to lowercase, so it will print Java only. So guys, that's why this is also pointing to same object, guys. Yes or no? Pointing to same object, guys. Guys, yes or no? I hope you don't have any confusion, guys. Right? So guys, you can see, so s3 will also point it to same object. Guys, yes or no? s3 also point to same object. Correct, guys? As of now. Guys, see then our next point. Next point, guys. This one, our string s4 equal to s1 dot to uppercase. S1 dot to uppercase. Guys, can you tell me? So s1 is in lowercase. So as of now, our existing object is Java, that is in lowercase. So on runtime, if we are going to perform some operation as a to uppercase, so guys, this time content will change or not? Obviously, guys, the content will change, lowercase to uppercase. So what I have told, guys, as per the definition of the string immutability, if we are trying to change the content, right? So with those changes, a new object will create, because now content will change, guys, lowercase to uppercase. So guys, for that purpose, for those new changes, right? For those changes, we'll create one object in our heap area, guys. So guys, so this time one object will create, guys, in heap area, guys. Okay, 1 minute, guys. This object will create in heap area, correct? So guys, this object will create in our heap area, guys. Yes or no? Guys, yes. So guys, this object will create in our heap area, guys. What object, guys? Java, as in our uppercase. Yes, guys, uppercase. Guys, this time this will point to s4. Yes, guys. This time is pointed to s4. Correct? Yes. Pointed to s4. Guys, see. So this is the way how we need to create the object, any given object, even any given. Okay. So guys, see, now you can see. So sys out s1 equal to s2. Okay, with this memory creation we can what, tell the answer very easily. S1 equal to s2. Guys, see, s1 s2 both reference are pointing to same object. Obviously guys, this will be what, true, right? Yes or no? True only, right? Yes, answer will be guys true only, right? Yes guys, this time sys or s1 equal to s3. Guys, you can see s1 s3 both objects are pointing to same object. Guys, this is also true only, right? Yes or no? Yes, we should not have any confusion there. Guys, next s1 equal to s4. S1 pointing to scp object, s4 pointing to heap. So definitely this should be false. Yes or no? Obviously this should be false, guys. Guys, so I hope you understood these two examples very clearly. But guys, same thing I will explain with our ID as well. Then you'll come to know, so what I will explain, right, it is 100% correct or not. Guys, see, so our string test, I will create one class, then I will write same code, guys, and run the application in front of you. So guys, see, string immutable test string immutable check. Guys, see, main method finish, right? So guys, see, we have created one class along with our main method. So guys, in this main method we'll write we'll write our code, guys. So what I have explained, you can see, right? So example 1, example 2, both the things I will explain, and we will see the expected result what we have seen, it's coming or not, guys. Yes or no? So guys, without any further delay we'll check. Guys, see, so string s1 equals to new string what, that we get Java, right? Yes. And then string s2 equals to what, s1 dot to, so what we have written here, first uppercase then lowercase, okay, don't worry. So to uppercase, right, uppercase, right, this method we called, right? Okay, then same thing we can copy and paste here, but only thing is that we change the object, right, s3, and this time we can check what, to lowercase, right? No, guys, see, then we need to write the statement, right, what we want to print, right? So that s1 equal to s2, that thing first statement, and then sys out what, s1 equal to s3, s1 equal to s3. Guys, see, so guys, as per this our code, so can you tell me what should be the expected output? What should be the expected output, guys? So s1, guys, our Java, and s2, guys, our uppercase, so it will give false, right? Obviously it should give false. Yes or no, guys? Yes or no? False. And guys, this one, guys, will give the true. Obviously it should give the true, guys. Guys, see, we'll run the application, we'll see the result, it's coming expected or not, guys. Guys, see, false and true. So guys, as per the memory management, you can see it is very easy guy. Yes or no? So if you what able to create the object, right, as per a statement, then you can what find out, you can whatever the output you need, you can find very easily. Yes or no? Yes guys. So guys, this is our second example. Also this thing I will explain guys here, don't worry. So let's see a string s1 equals to Java, right? Yes, Java. Don't worry, I will comment this line. Then get a string s2 equals to what? S1 dot to a string. Yes or no? We have a method to a string to convert the to a string. Get then a string s3 equals to what? S1 dot to lowercase. You can do. Yes or no? Then a string s4 equals to what? S1 dot to uppercase. You can see. Then if I want to print the respective statement, so what? Sysout s1 equal to s3. So what should be the expected output? Yes or no? Then sysout s1 equal to what? S3, but this time equal to s2. Okay. And sysout what? S1 equal to s4. Okay. Yes or no? So same thing I have mentioned this place as well. Yes or no? So lowercase and uppercase. Guys see. So let's see as per our what? As per our this explanation, same thing I have written. Guys, for this answer should be expected output should be what guys? True. And guys, this place is also it should be true. And guys, this should be false, right? So guys, we'll see. We'll run the application. We'll see the result is coming as expected or not, guys. Then we'll come to know. Okay. So what we have understood, that is 100% correct. Guys, see. True, false. Guys, true, false. So guys, can you tell me same thing you are getting or not? True, false. So guys, with this two example, guys, what we understood, if any question will come about what? String immutability in our certification, for our knowledge sake, or interview point of view, or expect or interview expect, right? So we are able to give the answer very confidently and correctly as well. Yes or no, guys? So guys, that is the main thing. So why I have told this loophole, guys, you can see if already existing, if already object in lowercase, right? If you are going to convert in lowercase, so guys, we are not able to change the content, right? So same existing object we are pointing to this s3. Yes or no, guys? See, so if our object is our string, even if we are going to convert into a string, so guys, we are not able to change in the content. Even we are calling to a string method, to lowercase method, right? So guys, that is the what? Loophole of immutability here. Okay. So guys, that is a main thing. Our what? This immutable concept. So guys, that's it from this video. If you like my video, guys, please like, share, subscribe my channel, guys. So if you're going to subscribe my channel, if you like my channel, guys, if you're going to comment my channel, then I will come to know. So you people are able to get my all video, guys. So you are understanding. Yes or no, guys? That's it, guys, from this video. So we'll meet in next video. Thank you, guys. Bye bye. As of now, we'll meet very soon with new topic in next video guys.